I bought a load of baseball autographs. What's going on, YouTube? Might go back with an autograph purchase recap. So this past weekend, was the Philly show in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania. It's the regional show in the area. It happens 3 times a year: March, September, and December. There's always a lot of dealers there, autograph signings, all kinds of great stuff. I didn't go crazy in terms of overall purchases, bought a little bit of wax. I did meet up with Ray from Philly. We busted some heritage from this year, which was a lot of fun. You guys can check out that video on the channel. And my main purchase were autographs. Purchased a whole bunch of autos. There's a few dealers set up there who are very reputable and stuff, and they had a lot of cheap stuff. So these are all pretty much dollar autos. And when you think about it, a TTM, 47 cents one way, 47 cents back, plus the card, plus the time, plus the chance that you don't get it back. Buck a piece for autographs, can't do wrong. So let me go through them as quickly as possible because I bought a load of them. First up here, Michael Barrett, signed in blue, played with the Spos. Jeff Supan. Got Ian Snell. I bought this because I just thought this card was awesome. This is the type of card that's just absolutely beautiful autograph. Got Greg Dobbs, which I'll always take, former Philly, '08 Philly. David DeLucci, as you'll recognize, a lot of these guys are former Phils, and I just wanted to add them to the collection. Some of them I have, some of them I didn't, some I didn't have on cards. Julio Zaletta, Topps Chrome. Some are just ones I wanted, guys I recognize. Jason Ellison, former Giant. He was actually with the Phillies in spring training one year, but when he was with the Giants, he had a home run in the 9th inning off Billy Wagner. My dad actually caught that ball. It's amazing. He actually caught 2 home run balls in his life. He got the one from Bobby Abreu in the same game that I got David Bell, and then he got a Jason Ellison one, and the crowd was cheering for him to throw it back, and he said, no, not happening, which I completely support. If you throw a baseball back in a baseball game, you're dope. Um, I guess Wrigley Field may be the one exception because they've been doing that for like 100 years, but Citizens Bank Park, it's a joke. Bud Smith, he was a Philly for a minute. Another '08 Philly, Pedro Feliz, signed on this River Sharks card. We got Brandon Allen. So this is why I like kind of blowout sales, people trying to reduce inventory. You just get so many opportunities to just get really nice stuff cheap. Pat Rapp. Don Paul, who I've gotten TTM a number of times. He was a late addition in the '93 Phils, so I always have great memories of him being on the mound for the last out of the NL East clinching. He was not eligible for postseason, though. Ryan Church, he had some years in the majors. Basically, the way I looked at it, any guys that were in the majors, I don't mind grabbing for the collection. Tony Clark. We've got Kevin Correa, had a cup of coffee with the Phils last year. A few starts. Hunter Strickland, another Giant. We've got Denny's Baez on a Topps card. Definitely always like picking up the base tops too because I like collecting them. You're going to see a lot of this guy, Wilson Valdez. He has a special place in Phillies fans' hearts. He actually pitched and got a win for the Phillies a number of years ago. J.P. Howell had some decent years with the Rays and Dodgers. Abraham Nunez, he was a Phil for a while. Another Abe Nunez on the Leaf Rookies and Stars. I forgot about these cards, man. These things were beautiful. We got Alexi Castilla, Hector Luna, Topps Total. Topps Total were cool because they made so many players. Denny's Baez, the Braves. Jake Fox, who actually spent the last 2 years, I want to say, in Reading, helping out some of the young guys. So he's I've been hoping he would get a little cup of coffee back in the majors, but we'll see. Wade A. Brito, nice Phillies card there. Zach Segovia, I think he had like one start with the Phillies, and I'm not sure if he ever made it back to the majors or not. I know he ended up in another organization for a while. Jason Michaels, he was a Philly for about 4 or 5 seasons. So Frank Francisco. Sean Rodriguez, this guy's nuts, man. I don't know if you guys know he is. He's with the Pirates now. I know last year in the playoffs he was going berserk. He's got a temper, man. Wesker Griff, shout out, dude. Joe Peralta, man. As soon as I saw this, I had to pull it out, and none of you guys know what the hell I'm talking about, but Ed knows. When we hung out uh, the other day for a little while, we met up, and I was telling him how Joe Peralta had just retired, and one of my buddies texted me, and he was like the worst. He was so bad. When I used to cover games, he would just come in, slow games down, and then end up blowing the game half the time. Alejandro De Aza, another Jason Michaels. This one a little nicer signature. Indians card. Mike McDougal. We've got Felix Rodriguez. He's actually a Philly for a half a season as well. Dude threw heat, man. He was with the Giants for a while. I'm sure Nate remembers him. This guy, man, he threw hard. We got another Jake Fox. I got his signature at the one Reading game I was at this year. Well, it was in Trenton, but I had the Ballpark Heroes. I was wishing I had a Topps card, and now I have it. Mike Morse. You guys know he was a shortstop when he came up because I didn't have a clue. That dude does not look anything like a shortstop. Pete Orr, another guy with a cup of coffee with the Phils for a season or two. Stuart Clyburn, I really don't know much about him, but it was an 89 Topps, and I was like, yes, please. 89 Topps for the win. Here's a few Wilson Valdez. I picked up pretty much every Wilson Valdez I found because he's just, I got friends I could give them to. Pablo Zuna. I don't know why I bought Pat Neshek. I just like Pat Neshek, and I didn't think I had this one signed, and I figured, these cards are like 50 cents to buy half the time anyway because it's not many people selling Pat Neshek cards. Just another two Wilson Valdez. Anyway, Neshek sells really good as a base card because a lot of people know that he signs. So people buy him up. It's a Topps card. Rick Shue, Phillies. Timo Perez. Wilson Betemit. This dude was like a huge prospect. Played in the majors for a while, but never made it much as a star. Alberto Castillo. Ken Oberkfell. Like that nice 87 Topps. Speaking of guys who are nuts, I mentioned before I was talking about, but Carl Everett, dude. Whew. Here's another 89 Topps. Sweet, sweet card. We got Arthur Rhodes. We've got Wesley Wright. I think he's still in the majors. We got Fernando Tatis. Fernando Martinez. This dude was a huge prospect, and he could catch fly balls, but he never hit the way he was supposed to. Darrell Ward. So that's the first stack. That's the biggest stack. Let me get into these others. I know I'm working up on 8 minutes, so hopefully be done in under 10. These are a bunch of Phillies. Some of these I paid a couple bucks for. Mike Adams, just wanted him on a Phillies uniform on an official Topps card. John Mayberry. I couldn't remember if I ever had Mayberry on a card. I know I have him on some stuff. Diekman, I never got on this rookie card, so happy to add that to the collection. Lance Nix. Grabbed the Tommy Joseph in the Giants uni. He's having a nice year for the Phils. Coming up halfway through, got 20-some home runs. Kevin Stocker on an old Topps card. Michael Stutz. Pete Incaviglia, which hopefully I can continue to add Inkies to the collection, but wanted a Phillies card. Michael Martinez, this guy was very bad with the Phillies. He was not a fan favorite whatsoever, but hey, he got a Phillies card, so wanted one signed. I got Randy Wolf a few times, but I saw this card and I was like, dude, I gotta have it. The old Bowman card looks awesome, looks sweet, signed in blue. And here's a few more. 89 Bruce Ruffin. Dave Hollins, always a huge Dave Hollins fan growing up. Dave Hollins Fleer Ultra, thought that one looked pretty nice as well. This card, I used to love this card. Actually, I wanted my Christmas stocking back when I was like 8 years old, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And I always wanted one of these signed, and Von Hayes was actually at the show on Sunday. I wasn't able to make it, but I had considered getting some stuff signed from him because he wasn't too expensive, but this guy had this for just a few bucks. I was like, you know what? Let me add that. Also got the Von Hayes Bowman card from 90. Sweet Ricky Jordan card signed in blue. Wally Ritchie. who I believe is actually a mayor somewhere now, some smaller city or town or something. Because I was looking him up for TTM possibilities. He's a really long wait. Tom Marsh, most of you guys are probably saying who? He played like a season or two with the Phillies, and I don't think he got many cards. And I just saw this 94 scorecard and went, oh, I'll definitely grab that one. And now I got a load of Terry Mulhollands to show off. One of my favorite players ever. I actually got a bunch of cards signed by him back in the day, but I wanted to pick up more, so they were cheap. I got a really good deal, so I figured, what the hell, I'll pick them up. Nice Stadium Club. 90 Topps. 91 Fleer. Just wish this was in blue. Ooh, that'd look great. 1990 Donruss. 91 Donruss Series 2. Donruss Triple Play. Nice 93 Bowman. 92 Bowman, is it? 92 Bowman. Yeah. We got a 1990 Score. 1990 Upper Deck. 1991 Upper Deck. And a 1989 Fleer signed in black. And wrap it up with the 1990. Excuse me. And we'll wrap it up with the 1992 Donruss signed in blue. Sharp looking card, really like that. Definitely happy to add these to the collection. So guys, 11 and a half minutes. Wasn't too bad, right? 11 and a half minutes. Showed off a ton of autographs. I didn't even count them, but I mean, it's got to be like, I don't know, 75, maybe more. So guys, comment below. Let me know what you think of this purchase. What do you think of the autos? Do you like them? Just let me know. Comment down below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Have a great night.